What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, and we have got some breaking news to bring you on this Tottenham update. And there's been quite a lot happening over the past half an hour now when we were doing these player ratings. But let's try and get through them. The first one is Nuno's Tottenham tenure is hanging by a thread. Daniel Levy and Fabio Paratici are holding talks today about possibly sacking Nuno. And then the Mirror say that Paulo Fonseca has moved back into the frame to replace Nuno at Tottenham. Sami Mokbel of the Daily Mirror says there'd been no talk of removing Nuno prior to last night, but the crowd reaction has changed things. Matt Law has said that Daniel Levy was said to be furious after the loss against Manchester United last night. Matt Law of the Daily Telegraph says it is understood that Nuno was already close to the sack as a result of successive defeats to Crystal Palace, Arsenal and Chelsea before a victory over Aston Villa bought him some more time. Sami Mokbel again says that Porto manager Sergio Conceição is understood to have admirers at Tottenham. And Gary Jacob, this is a very recent one, says Tottenham are on the brink of sacking Nuno Espirito Santo as head coach just after 4 months in charge, and also The Athletic are also reporting on it as well. So where do we go now?
So first of all, never a dull moment with never a dull moment with Tottenham Hotspur. It's to be expected, isn't it? He's been found out. Daniel Levy's made a huge cock up, and yeah, now he's having to deal with it. You mentioned Daniel Fonseca, as I said to you earlier. Only Tottenham can go for their own sloppy seconds. Let's face it, it's what we do. And now this Portuguese one that's just come out of that. This is where it all starts with everyone, and it will be Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
Or Ryan Mason, because that's what will happen. We'll be linked with these people, and here it all goes again. We're linked with 85 different managers. I said last time I wanted Dora the Explorer to be our manager because we're running out of humans. It's back on the cards. Let's bring Dora the Explorer back because it's just another fine mess at this football club.
It really is. And some other managers being linked to the job. Antonio Conte back in the frame. Alfredo Padula saying Tottenham want to try again for Antonio Conte with Nuno's future in doubt. I mean, it's just the absolute circus that is Tottenham Hotspur Football Club right now. I mean, it's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing to try and go back in for Fonseca, who we had tied up. It was all done. Yep. And then, we just chucked him away and went for Nuno. Conte, even Conte being linked to the job is embarrassing because he completely rejected us for our ambitions not matching his. So I mean, this club is an absolute circus. In terms of Nuno, I was saying that I don't think he should be sacked because there's no alternative options, and I still stand by that at the end of the day. But his managerial, what am I trying to say? What he's done so far in the Tottenham role pretty much does deserve the sack, though, doesn't it?
Oh, it most certainly does. It most certainly does. Like we said, the amount of times we've had not a shot on target, the amount of times we've lost 3 goals, 4 straight London derby defeats. It's just writing itself off, doesn't it? It just literally the list just gets worse and worse. And I'm gonna kill these Antonio Conte rumours right now because Conte got mentioned last night or early morning. Since then, we've had Conceição, Fonseca, and all these other managers. So once again, it's like, okay, let's go over here and think, woohoo, Conte's coming. And then within the time we've done the player ratings, about 4 managers have been lined up for the job. So here we go. It's not happening, Conte people. As much as we want it, I mean, come on, we'd love it. But what's the point? We know Conte, how he left Inter Milan was because of money, and they wanted to sell their best players. He was like, listen, you sell them, I'm going to walk. And he walked. So that's what's going to happen if we get him in.
How does this... Well, first of all, like, when these rumours start coming out from all these different sources, it usually is spot on, isn't it? When everyone's saying it. When everyone's saying it. Exactly. No smoke without fire. So I genuinely believe in the next 24 hours, I do think he's going to be sacked. I do think we're going to be looking for another manager yet again. But how does this reflect on Fabio Paratici?
So listen, I mean, we all know that Paratici's first one was Conte. We knew how that happened. Then this whole Fonseca we thought was him, but then it came out that he was the one that put the kibosh on, and the whole management debacle that was on. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. But then what it doesn't look good is if you brought the manager in and allowed him to play the 3-5-2, we might not. There's a good chance we would be, but at least we would have played the football that Nuno got a tune out of Wolves. Let's face it, we've got better players than Wolves, and they might have been able to do something with it. But he hasn't been able to do it. He hasn't been able to do it, and again, we keep going back. And I always mention it. Bob Spurs say if you hire a mediocre manager, expect mediocrity. There's no truer words than that. And listen, he's doing what Wolves would be going mental if they're 2 points off top 4 right now. They'd be going like, oh my god, this is amazing. But that picture does not tell the story.
No, it doesn't. I mean, we might be 2 points off top 4, but we're also probably like 1 point from 12th or something. So, like, at this stage of a season, being 2 points off top 4 means nothing.
Exactly. And then I keep going on. December's going to kill us. With our lack of depth, December is going to kill us. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. And if he's gone, you know what? It's a black spot on Nuno's CV. 4 months in, hasn't really made us proud, has he? But he hasn't had the chance to make us proud. And we'll see what goes on when Tottenham roll into a circus near you.
It's like like Benny Hill, literally.
That's what we should come out to.
Literally, 100%, 100%. And there's another update here, 28 seconds ago from Dan Kilpatrick, and he's saying Spurs are in discussions whether to sack Nuno. 2 fellow Portuguese, Sergio Conceição and Fonseca, could be considered as a replacement. I mean, if Fonseca had anything about him, he would not join Tottenham, right? After how we treated him.
No, I mean, how could you? That is ridiculous. It's like going back to like a partner that's cheated on you. What are you going to get out of this? It's going to turn bad. Then you're directly in the firing line for taking this job, and then he'll make a... And
he's on the brink of getting the Newcastle job. Well, who wouldn't want the Newcastle job right now with an endless pit?
Exactly, an endless pit or a net profit of 29 million. It's night and day. It's night and day. So the only way he won't go to Newcastle is obviously if he has with the human rights and whatever. If he's, but if you gave me the Newcastle job or the Tottenham job right now, you know where you're going to go. You know where you're going to go. Because you will get the players you want, and you'll be entrusted with that. Like I keep saying, with Roman Abramovich, love him or hate him, and love him, chase or hate, every time they get a manager, he backs them. Yeah. And I'm not saying we need to back them to Nuno's level, but they get backed with the players they want, and he says, listen, I will back you, but if you screw up, you're gone. It's that simple. Yeah. But here it's like, let's get the managers in. I'm not going to back you with the players you want.
And if you screw up, you're gone.
Exactly. And if you don't get top 4, you're gone. But I'm not going to back... Well, who does that?
Yeah.
Everywhere in the world. Like I have my little I Love We Are Tottenham TV moment. You set all of us up, all our channels, Tottenham on Tour, Tottenham Away, Irish Hotspur, all of them. Tommy Talksport, everyone. You and Bob Spur, you literally set them up for success. You're always there to help and offer your support. Well, we set up our managers to fail.
Yeah.
It's the only club in the world that has one recognised striker. It's the only club in the world that doesn't have a creative player. It's all comes down to how can a manager play with a team like this?
You look at Burnley. Burnley have more attacking options than Spurs.
Yeah, and do you know what? Yesterday, their game against Brentford, they played some cracking football in the first, like some really good football. I can't remember, honestly.
They beat Brentford 3-0 yesterday, right? Or was it 3-1 in the end?
I think it was 3-1 in the end.
3-1 in the end, yeah, right? We can't score more than one goal in a game, and this is Burnley.
Yeah.
This is Burnley against the Brentford side who've been brilliant this season.
Yep. And it just goes to show. It just goes to show. And you look at it with Burnley, they back Sean Dyche. Okay, he may not always get the result, but they know what they're going for, and they help him get there, but they love him up there. They back him. He has a large say on what goes on in that club because the manager gets to manage. Whereas here, the manager gets to do whatever Levy says.
Yeah. Yeah. But in terms of Nuno, in your personal opinion, do you think this is it for him? Do you think he's going to be going in the next 24 hours?
Like I said, I mean, the way this has started circulating, like you said, we broke, 25 minutes ago? And it's just getting heavier and heavier. But I just think it just goes to show what a joke for club we are. Like I said, it started off with Conte, and now you're saying Conceição Fonseca from who was it? Dan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, Dan Kilpatrick. Yeah.
So the manager names are coming out now, and do you know what? If we sack him, it's amazing how we got rid of Poch, the best manager we've had in the Premier League, and Jose's in like that.
Yeah.
But we'll replace Nuno, and there'll be no one in the we've got 16
Hand on
managers.
heart. What do you think's going to happen now? Do you think? Yeah, what do you think's going to happen? You told me Nuno is going to be sacked in the next 24 hours.
Yep.
What's going to happen after that?
I don't know. The one
Play manager roulette.
Yeah, literally, we might as well. We might as well play manager roulette. But the thing is, and I'm gonna have to say this now. Whatever happens, realise this is not the manager. The manager is the easiest person to pull the trigger.
He's always going to be the full guy.
He's always going to be. You
the
can't
full
get
guy.
rid of the players. You can't get rid of it. And then I just hope, with all the work we put in and the chance we're going on that ground, a new manager coming in does not deter from it's the same chairman hiring another manager that won't be backed just so we can do this again in 6-7 months' time.
Yeah.
Because every time, since Podge, all we're doing is we're muddying the water, and we have to go deeper and deeper to find into the like not the elite managers. We're really having to downscale. Downscale, is that even a word? But we'll make it up for Levy. Yeah, so we're having to literally, we're talking before Eddie Howe. And Eddie Howe, I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't been mentioned yet.
He will be.
Oh, he will. We say to you
be.
by the time we do something later, there'll be like 58 managers that are all going for it. But yeah, we cannot get, no manager's going to want to come.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is the facts of the matter. A very sorry state of affairs. I mean, Nuno, did his position become untenable when he was the first manager since Christian Gross to lose 5 of his opening 10 games?
Do you know what? I honestly think that Lucas Moura sub is what was done. That, like, you can hear the rumours, but I think that action, or sorry, that reaction, made you think, and for once, he knows the pressure is on him. Yeah. He knows more than ever the pressure's on him, and he's got to get rid of one. He's got to get a better shield to deflect things. I think when we read those things, like we said, 4 London derbies, the stat you said since Christian's Gross, that's not acceptable for Tottenham Hotspur. It is not acceptable, whichever way you look at it. But if he hadn't made that sub, I don't think we're talking about this right now.
Interesting. But anyway, that is your breaking news today. Apparently, Nuno is about to be sacked, or the sack is very imminent for Nuno. So we'll have to see how this one plays out. I'm sure we're going to be getting a lot more news on this over the next few hours, or next 24 hours at least. So as soon as any more news drops, we will be bringing it to you shortly after it does drop. But that is the situation right now. Apparently, Paratici and Levy are locked in talks about sacking Nuno, or about the future of the managerial role. So we'll have to see how it plays out. The 2 managers that have been hotly talked about is Sergio Conceição and Fonseca, and obviously Conte has been talked about as well, but I'm not taking that one seriously.
Is that another 2 Portuguese managers?
Yeah, another 2 Portuguese managers.
Oh, jeez.
So anyway, that is the situation right now at Tottenham. Let me know in the comment section below all your thoughts regarding this whole circus right now. But that's it from us right now. But so we'll see you very soon. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always,
Levy out.